Hi Andy. I'll get straight into it. Jamie Osborne debut on Saturday. Can you talk to us specifically around what is it you see from him as a full back? Because we haven't seen him play a lot of full back since his under 20 days.
Yeah. Well, first of all, congratulations to Jamie and his family. It's as always, it's a privilege for us to be able to name somebody in the starting line for the debut, especially with an occasion like this. So congratulations to Jamie, and we'll celebrate that tonight with him, and hopefully we'll do him proud on Saturday as well. But as far as Jamie as a as a player is concerned, never mind a fullback. This has been in the pipeline for quite some time now. In regards to Jamie's been in and out of the squad, obviously as a development player, but also he's been picked in squads before and been unfortunate to be injured. Hence, in the Rugby World Cup training squad, he got injured pretty early, and we was gutted for him there. But when Jamie's been into the squad on numerous occasions, he's always filled in for us in all sorts of different positions. Certainly at fullback, as well as centre, etc. But anyone who knows Jamie as a rugby player and his background as a junior coming through, a lot of it's been in the 15 jersey. But it's just his skill set that is very interesting for us to see how we use the skill set that he's got. He's obviously gonna add to our performance, because what I've seen certainly lately to the back end of the URC season is that whenever he plays, he's got presence. It doesn't matter what position he plays. He suits the way that we play. He's bright. He gets himself on the ball a lot. In an organising way, he's very good. His communication's good and it's accurate. He's obviously got nice soft hands and can play that way, but also he can hit a line as well. To add to that, he's deceptively very quick, good in the air, very athletic, and he's got a big left boot in him as well. So, is that enough for you?
And then just on Craig Casey, he's going to be earning his 15th cap, but this feels like by far the biggest test he's had over those 15 years.
Of course, and I'm sure Greg will feel like that as well. He'll see this as his big opportunity. He deserves it. He deserves the challenge to start a test match like this, and we're looking forward to see how he drives the team forward.
Next question.
Just on Jamie and Jamie, is there any value things that back in recent game of is it early scoring?
Well, anytime that you pick any side, there's always a risk, but you've got to go with what you think is going to be best for the team, and his skill set is undoubtedly the right fit for us. With Hugo, obviously being out of the squad, it's a slot where we can have a look at Jamie, and how he adds value to that is something that we've been excited about for some time now, and we get the opportunity to do that.
Is it ever going to get easier to pick the field? We've got a few weeks.
No, and you know what? I always say this, don't I, about Stu McCluskey? I mean, his form's been great. He's been great in training. You look back at some of the big games that we have won, and he's been involved in a lot of them, and he's not even in the 23. Obviously Gary's a class player that's there waiting to come on to add to the team. So it's as tough as it gets, and it's exactly where you want it to be.
Any other questions from the live section? How are you looking at this test series?
Like that.
There's you've obviously had to, if you look back at the team you have this weekend, there's a lot of changes to the side you would have had against South Africa at the World Cup. So there's a mix there of very experienced players, but also guys getting an early opportunity against the world champions.
But that's what happens in all sides all the time. You know, people get injured, people retire, new kids on the block always come through. Some people are always in form, some people not so much. So that's the game, isn't it? You know, look at all of our squads over the last while. There's always something. In fact, I look back on some of the games and realise what I look back on to try and think about what happened within that game, say 4 or 5 years ago, and sometimes I can't remember who played, but it's always mixing and matching. You know, and I think that's been the strength of the Irish squad over the last number of years.
And then just also as well, you're not training in Loftus tomorrow. Normally, we would always see you training at the ground before the game. Is there a particular reason you're just staying at the training base tomorrow?
Yeah, I suppose the players, a lot of them have been there and done that. We're obviously made the conscious decision to stay here in Joburg, and it's been great for us. We got here nice and early. The training facilities are great. We're not travelling down to stay in a hotel, so that there's less moving around. There's been a bit of that towards the end of the season, so it just keeps us a little bit more relaxed, that's all.
At what point did you, obviously Hugo wasn't coming from a long way out, so at what point did you identify Jamie as a manager?
Yeah, bracketed with a few others, so open-minded enough to see how it goes, and with the extra couple of days that we've had training and prepping wise, it just confirms things a little bit more. So you go with what you're seeing and what your gut's telling you.
With Hugo, how involved were you with Hugo's decision?
I spoke to Hugo quite a bit. There's no way that if somebody's got a dream like that, now don't get me wrong, if 10 of them had a dream, there's a different decision to be had there. But when he was highlighted from the Sevens management that he was in there thinking, then the question goes to Hugo. If that was a dream of his to do that, there's no way that I would stand in his way.
Did Jamie say anything, or did you actually say to him you were playing fullback this weekend directly to him? And if so, what did he say?
Well, we slotted him in, I think 10 days ago now. You're in at 15. How's it going, Jamie? Yeah, great. I'm all across it, no problem. And he's a quiet lad, and he comes across as quite shy, but he's not. He's confident in his own ability. You can tell with how he prepares, how he plays the game, etc. And he's all across his stuff within a few days, and he's very comfortable.